In today's transfer plans video, we're going to review how we did in Game Week 9 and look forward to Game Week 10 to see which players I like the look of and what strategies I might deploy in the next few weeks of FPL. So let's jump into another Fantasy Premier League video. Right, well, first off, going to review how we did in Game Week 9, spot any potential issues and have a little chat about some of the players in my squad. 52 points all out, sadly dropping it in rank to around 650k, which is crazy. It seems that I go down, up these past few weeks, and I suppose I'll address that in the next section of the video where we speak more about the strategy behind the game rather than how the players did. But David Raya, the funny thing is with this goalkeeper pick here, of course I was going to pick David Raya over Ramsdale, yet Ramsdale's come away with more points against a City side that only scored one against him. So, I mean, props to him. Some of the saves he made were great, but who would have thought that Man City could only put one against Southampton? But yeah, David Raya getting 0 points. I mean, what did we really expect from that fixture? Gabriel coming off around the 53rd minute, yeah. Look, I made a good decision in playing Robinson over him. Of course, Robinson sadly conceded in the last dying moments of the game, wiped his clean sheet, and I believe he had a bonus as well. That's FPL for you. It's heartbreaking, but you know, we move. Rico Lewis, of course, another 90 under his belt, a clean sheet against probably the worst team in the league. You would hope he would get a clean sheet against the worst team in the league, but again, City looks so... I don't even know how I'd describe it. It's just like there's a chance that comes for the opposition team, and it seems that they're very weak in positions where they should be strong. I don't know if that's the absence of Rodri and sort of having that presence in the midfield to sort of settle things down and dictate the game almost. But I don't know how I feel about owning Man City defenders going forward, because it seems like a silly statement to make. You know, they have a lot of the ball. They shouldn't really be conceding goals, but even in that Southampton match when Cameron Archers went through and hit that bar, I think, 6 times out of 10 that goes in. You know, on a different day, I think that goes in. Wasn't too much pressure on him. It was kind of Cameron Archers maybe put a little bit too much on that shot, but yeah, I think I'm lucky to get that Rico Lewis clean sheet, to be really honest with you. Trent... A lot of people want him in. A lot of people want Trent in their teams. I've had Trent, I think, since the start of the game, if I'm correct in thinking. A lot of people want this man in their teams. I don't know if I want him anymore. I genuinely might get rid of him. However, that Southampton fixture coming up, it looks nice for him. We'll say that. So we'll leave that for the next section, though. Cole Palmer, obviously... scored twice, one disallowed for VAR, one stands. An amazing pass for the first goal, however it wasn't the assist for FPL, although we can still appreciate how good that ball 3 was. Brian Mbeumo, 2 goals. I'm not sure if Wissa actually got given that goal he scored. Maybe Wissa matched that, but I think it was going to be 1 goal to Wissa, 2 to Mbeumo. So we win on that front with Mbeumo. McNeil, I mean... we don't really expect much from McNeil week in, week out. We've kind of picked him to hold for a long time up until 14 with the good fixtures and just pray that he gets in the return here and there. I think he has it in the bag in terms of the odd return. You can see against Ipswich a return there. Palace got 2. Yeah, we can hope and pray with McNeil. Johnson seems to be getting good minutes as always for Spurs. Rodgers, however, came off a little bit earlier in the Bournemouth fixture. And with the bad run of fixtures coming up, and sort of you're looking more towards game week 14 to hold Ollie Watkins and Morgan Rogers. So I'm thinking maybe for the next 4 weeks, can I jump off them when the fixtures aren't so great and get somebody else in? I definitely think I can. Haaland, there's a discussion about Haaland and whether we sell him, and I'll speak more in detail about that in the next section. But yeah, it's a difficult one to call. It really is a difficult one to call with Haaland, because I feel as though as soon as I sell Haaland, he's going to start scoring again. I think he just needs 1 or 2 in the league to just get going again and get, ridiculous hauls yet again like he did at the start of the season. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the points difference from the start of the season up until recent, it's night and day. And I think, he definitely has it in his locker, as he's shown us at the start of the season. So maybe I just need to be a bit more patient with Haaland. Maybe he has to go. But we'll speak about that sort of in the next section of the video here. We're going to look at our transfer plans for Game Week 10 now. Right, I'm going to quickly run you through my transfer plans going forward in the next few weeks of FPL. Now, there's a few issues that would probably need addressing in this Game Week 10 squad. I suppose we'll get more information on them later down the line. Why is Morgan Rogers came off early? Is it something that's going to affect his minutes in the future? Villa's fixtures aren't great. We're kind of looking more towards Game Week 15, owning them for the Southampton fixture. Up until then, I think it's kind of hit and miss, to be honest. Gabriel's injury. Again, we don't know the extent of his injury, and I'm not really looking forward to Arteta playing games with me and sort of messing around with, he's playing, he's not playing. Because the fact is, Saka, he wasn't spotted in training whatsoever. We had no information whether he would start or not, apart from it's potentially possible when it came closer and closer to the game. So, look, Arteta's news, I'm not looking forward to that with Gabriel, but we'll move on to 12. We'll move on to 11, and sort of I'll share the strategy that I want to deploy going forward. Because if I can somehow bank each of my transfers each week now up until Game Week 12, I'll have 3 free transfers for Game Week 12 where I can catch some of the good fixtures and some of the good fixture runs going forward in the next few weeks of the game. Because in Game Week 11, yes, the squad looks okay. They're kind of looking at Aston Villa as not a great thing to be, dealing with. And that fixture, Palmer with the Arsenal at home fixture, not great. So probably a low scoring week there. Game Week 12, however, this is where the fun starts, in my opinion, because I feel as though if you get rid of Haaland in this week, it might be a good idea to transition into a Salah. So let's say you get a cheap forward, someone like Wissa, Cunha or somebody like that. I'm going to go Cunha because I know his fixtures are decent for a good number of weeks, up until around maybe Game Week 16. Yeah, Game Week 16's Ipswich there. Might be even good past that. I think it's up until 18 actually is good fixtures, but I'll stop waffling. We'll move into the midfield with that extra money, and I think it could be the likes of McNeil and Brennan Johnson, who you sort of take a hit and get out of the squad. And then it could even be the case that I either upgrade this midfielder from Johnson upwards, or downgrade even Ollie Watkins to a Nicholas Jackson or something like that week. And then you can really look forward to, like, I suppose, Game Week 13. Can you get rid of Johnson and go into someone a bit more premium, like Foden? Maybe Foden's getting good minutes in that week, but yeah, it's sort of all up in the air. I don't really know what I want to be doing in the next few weeks, apart from the fact if I bank my free transfers, I'm going to have a lot of flexibility in Game Week 12. But with the issues that are popping up in FPL right now, I just don't know if I'm going to have that luxury of being able to do that. I suppose it's just a wait and see, but yeah, banking my transfers up until Game Week 12 is what I want to be doing. In terms of a transfer plan this week, in terms of who I want to bring in, it could be that I go away from Watkins early and go into Cunha. But again, that one free transfer with the issues I have, I don't know if it's going to be possible as a move. But yeah, I hope that transfer plan section made sense. It's sort of all up in my head in the moment. It's a bit mumbled and a bit jumbled, but yeah, let's just look forward to Game Week 12. I'm sort of not looking forward to the next few weeks in FPL, but who knows? My players could prove me wrong. But, of course, we'll find out in the next few weeks. As always, to outro every video, I like to give you guys at home a big thank you for supporting the FPL Mogs YouTube channel. Of course, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel and you have enjoyed today's video, please do consider dropping a sub on the channel. But that is absolutely everything for today's video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.